What up, it's your boy Dvrth again for another video, and today we are here with Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken episode 6, I think. Yeah, 6. Last episode we started a new project on designing a robot for the robot club. It's looking pretty good. We got the designs. I think we got the design settled with the robot club, and now there's nothing to it but to do it. So we're gonna keep this intro short. We're gonna hop straight into it. If you haven't already, if you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken or something totally different, the best place to send that in is always my social media. Links going to be in the description below. And if you want these episodes early, subscribe to my Patreon. Links going to be in the description below for that as well. So all that out the way, let's get our headphones, make sure they're on. Them bitches is on, and let's just get into it. Has requested that an opening sequence be included. Oh my god, really? They have to make it. They have to make an OP. Now that's something I would be interested in. Seeing them make an OP would be cool. Jesus Christ. I mean, I listen, I said this once, I'll say it again. I don't know a lot about animation, but that sounds like a lot. Draw 500 rough drafts while wearing gloves and handcuffs. Jesus fucking Christ. Get my hands ready. You know I gotta do the clap. I gotta get my hands ready. Hang on. A few fumes never killed me. Really? Right. Did she just tie her hair with her glasses? Jesus fucking Christ. This is out of character a little bit, actually. Es perfecto. Jesus Christ. This is really, I mean, like, it's always cool, but like seeing these rough drafts, man. Like this lion art and shit. Really? Oh my god. What a smart. I don't think this. One thing that this show never, like, nobody ever told me about the show is how smart they are with their animation. This is really smart. The wind up for the punch. Okay, that's some pretty good work. Right? Yeah, that's some really good work. That isn't. That's still wild to me. Like tying your hair up with your glasses. First time I ever seen that shit. Huh? Jesus! Yo, you are a fucking beast. Oh my god. Nice. Yeah, I know she's tired. Yeah. Nice. Hey, respect my Kanamori. Like, she is like the unsung hero, to be honest. Complete shizzle article. And she with the spicy noodles. You already know what time it is. If I'm gonna get the noodles, I'm gonna get them spicy. No thanks. Bitch, I already got my foot in the door. What's good with you? There you go. Let's sell it all. That's what I would have thought too. Shit. Shit, I want that money. No cap. Right, you were in the presence of one of the fuck. God damn it. Hey, is this a hey, never think that Kanamori isn't not ready. Right? No. Read that ink. Yeah. Recording sounds? That wouldn't sound like that. That also wouldn't sound like that. Is it? It's freaking him out. It's freaking him out. It also wouldn't sound like that. Yep. Oh my god. He just started throwing up. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Hell no. We need that nigga. We need that nigga. Cause that shit. Yeah, that shit dirt. I ain't even about to lie to you. Please. That would be perfect. Like, cause this man obviously knows his stuff. And you heard them sound effects. The bitches was dirt. Don't Mickey. 100-eyed demon. Jesus Christ. Damn. Alright, cool. Way to go, Kanamori, for being probably one of the most useful characters in the show. Outside of like the whole animation thing. Super fucking useful. Yo, what's good with you? Yo, what's good with you? Yeah, so we building robots on God, and we gonna need some of your colors. Listen, we animate shit. Oh shit. Okay, somebody knows their shit. We are gonna be speaking 2 different languages. This is gonna be tough. She's gonna have to. Girl on the right is gonna have to be our. Yeah, girl on the right is gonna have to be our translator. Okay. Oh, right. This is gonna be tough. Ah. Ooh, okay. We're becoming sentient with our art. Okay, wait. Let's slow it down. Let's slow it down before we get a little too. Damn it. Yeah, I don't know if that was what's up. Yeah, but like I said, you can't please everybody. People are gonna fucking hate. Right. Have some fucking heart. Yeah, you're the fucking artist. Look at Kanamori, bro. Hold on. Look at Kanamori spitting. Nigga. Is she back? Oh. Nice. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, you can't. Come on. She gotta have some. I get it though. I get it though. You're everybody wants to satisfy everybody, but you can't. You can't. It is what it is. I respect that, and I'm glad that we actually got into that with this episode like that. I like that drawing right there. That's cool. Okay. This episode was a lot more. Okay, so we're progressing, right? We're progressing our current project, but this episode was a lot more emotionally driven than I expected. A lot of this show, which I've been completely enjoying, has been imagination, deadlines, and more deadlines, right? And which is, understandable because of the nature of the show. However, I think we got into um, characters a lot more in this episode. Starting off with Kanamori. Um, I think it's no secret that Kanamori is probably my favorite out of the three girls. Probably my favorite character. Yeah, I would say so. But I could see how Kanamori could come off as a not that she could come off as like not so important, but I could see how Kanamori could come off as whatever, like, cynical, sarcastic, opportunistic, and those aren't words that come with a very positive connotation. So it would be easy for somebody to like kind of just be a little like meh with Kanamori, be like, okay, yeah, Kanamori's cool, but the other characters, right? But Kanamori is really, in a lot of ways, the MVP of the group here. I mean, like, not only does she just get shit done, like, and she does just really get shit done, but there are very obvious ways that Kanamori shows, I guess, like love and admiration for the Eizouken club. Um, yes, she like I said, yes, she gets shit done, and that is one of the best things about Kanamori, like being able to get all that done. Like, yeah, I already got the computers, yeah, I already figured out how we're gonna get the software. It's fine, I figured it all out. And the fact that she had also been out all day, meaning that shit took a while and it wasn't very easy. But Kanamori very easily makes it seem like it was easy. She makes it seem like it was nothing, in a way, because let's be real, she's still very opportunistic. So she doesn't want you to completely feel like getting all that shit was too easy. She still wants her cut, which is understandable. But looking a little bit deeper, you can see that yes, this was not a very easy feat for Kanamori to get done. And anytime they need to get something done, it's always her that's gonna go out and get it. Yes, there is a very like Midori and Mizusaka is they are very important because they do the animation, and they are very talented with it. So see, when you see their creativity on full display with their flying jets and robot designs and shit like that, it's very easy. And I would assume, at least, it would be very easy to be overshadowed by the hard work that Kanamori puts in. But even in the first one of the first scenes of them going to like the little noodle shop or whatever, and her being like, yo, this is my treat, and everyone's like, yo, that doesn't seem like you at all, which it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't, obviously, but there's a couple things to take from that. Is that one, she sees that they are working extremely hard. She can acknowledge that Midori and Mizusaka are working very hard, and she may feel like they deserve to be treated to something. Now, granted, you still get a little bit of Kanamori bleeding through with that, with her being like, "Don't worry, you're gonna work all this off," which is more of like code for her, or her way to say, "You deserve this. Chill right now." You know what I'm saying? Take a break. You're gonna be working pretty damn hard, so take a break. Which it's not expressly said that, it's not specifically said that, she doesn't specifically say that, but if you really look at what she does, you can see how much she just cares for the team, how much she's proud of the team, and rightfully so. We have got a lot that we accomplished in what seems like a very short amount of time. Now, granted, this is a 12. I keep saying this, but this is a 12 episode anime, so time is kind of, we don't know how long it's been exactly. I mean, like, at least I haven't been keeping track, but we have gotten a lot done in a relatively short amount of time. So that is something to be proud of. And then on top of that, with the whole scene in the shop, like, granted, Kanamori does say that she sleeps a lot, but god damn it, she seemed really fucking tired. Like, she was mid-sentence, like yeah, and the software was basically free, and like knocked out. So obviously, since we see the whole animation side of things to be a little bit more up our alley, because we can understand it a little bit better than the side of like managing and figuring stuff out, and like, who's going to supply this, where can I get somebody that can supply this, that type of stuff is usually the unsung hero of not just like animation, I would assume, but also a lot of other like mediums that you probably enjoy, like music. You probably don't exactly listen to a song and go, "Man, I wonder who the sound technician and the producer was on this track." Like, you usually don't. You're more likely seeing or listening to the artist and going, "Damn, that was hard," or like, something to that effect. So I don't think that, I wouldn't be surprised if the amount of work that Kanamori does is not taken as seriously as you would think, or as like some people that, like myself, who really likes Kanamori's character, would see. Basically, she does a lot, a fuck ton. She does a lot, and it's good to, it's just good to see. It's good to see, the show kind of focus on how much she does. Now we're kind of, and we'll talk about Midori in a bit, but we'll talk a little more on the actual episode. The show has been a lot of like baby steps, which is a good thing. It's been, this episode we create the concept, next episode we figure out like the movement and backgrounds and stuff like that. This episode we're focusing on sound design, which is very, very fucking important. Sound design is one of the things that it's one of the things that makes or breaks in anime for me. Or at least maybe not, maybe that's a little hyperbolic, maybe that's not, sound design is really important to me. Some anime that I really, really, really like have some of the best sound design, and that's why that anime or that show or that song, whatever, gets elevated in my mind. So sound design is very important, in seeing the sound, like hearing the sound design that we got, like once they showed us the little clip that we made, or that that the Eizouken Club made. That sound design was dirt. That sound was dirt. Niggas had that shit sound like Looney Tunes. that was really fucking bad. So adding somebody to our group, which once again it seems like by the end of this, or at least this is how I hope that it is, by the end of this, we're going to have a legitimate, like, little ragtag studio going that can actually get some shit done. Like, we started this show with basically nothing, and all these other clubs that kind of like filled the spot of what we wanted to do. Like, we couldn't make an anime club because there's already an anime club. There's always already a film club, so we can't do that. Or, you know, there's already like these other clubs that basically all go into one, or that can all go into one topic or one subject, which was actually animating. So it's good to see us go to these clubs with like the Sound Club or something like that and be like, yo, we need your help. And by the end of this, have these clubs kind of in a way converging on each other with the Eizouken club in making something legitimate. But back to it, the Sound Club, necessary, very necessary. Sound design, our current sound design was dirt. It's really cool that they said that they're like, yeah, we may have to make an opening sequence. That would be cool as fuck to see. And I think a lot, or one of the build up for this show is getting to see the end product, or the finished product at the end. So hearing in these episodes, hearing about what they're gonna do, and like, so we need to make this kind of animation with the robot and stuff like that, is always hype for me to know that at some point in this anime we're going to get the finished product, and I'm going to get to see the fruits of their labor. And even, you know, outside of like the sound design club, we even get like to see how hard it is to translate, which is something that it's very hard for me, at least. Sometimes when I'm talking to people that I need help with certain projects that I'm doing, or something, like, I'll be very like, this is how I do it in my mind, and it's hard to translate that to somebody else when you're asking for help. And we see this with Midori talking to the art club, being like, okay, so we're gonna do this, and then this is gonna be a sunset at this time, and we need this color. And they're like, so what is that? And you're like, oh, that's for animation stuff. Oh, okay. What color do you want that? That's a cell. So, you know, what is a cell? It's basically that they're speaking two different languages, and it's just a good thing to highlight that not everybody, especially people in another field as you, is going to understand what you're saying, even if it's their job to help you, because yeah, you're basically speaking two different languages. It makes it very hard. So I'm glad that we got into that. This show is just really good about getting into microcosms of what it's like to just produce something. Like, in the beginning, it was like microcosms of how to animate, you know, create an anime. Microcosms of what it's like to be an animator, which it still is, but it's very satisfying to see the anime get into the fine details of what it's like to get to like actually do something like this, to figure out like, oh, what club or what like group do we need to help with this, and how do we explain to them this is what you're helping on, or like it's just something very it's something that I would expect for them, or something I wouldn't expect for them to get into, but I'm glad that they do, because now it makes it feel a lot more, makes everything feel a lot more believable. So now we got all that out of the way. I'm the last thing that we'll talk about is the Midori feeling like this like feeling of, damn, I just realized I won't be able to appease everybody. And here's the thing, yes, you won't be. And in in episode, was it 4? Episode 4, we talked about how it was good that they were able to critique their art. At the end of their presentation, they were up there like, yeah, this wasn't that good, and then this wasn't that good, and we're gonna have to fix that. And it always means that you're going to get better at what you do. However, sometimes you can get a little bit too in your head, and you end up stalling yourself, which is what happened here with Midori, where she started realizing that this robot is stupid. People are going to, like, some people aren't going to really fuck with this robot. And you know what? She's right. Some people are not going to fuck with this robot. Some people are not going to fuck with this animation. That is just an immutable fact. That, yes, some people aren't going to fuck with it. You won't be able to please everybody, especially when you're talking about art. The very idea of art is that that not everybody is going to get it. That's the point. That's what art is. Not everybody's going to be like, oh yeah, that's really fucking great, which is why, like, sometimes when I'm talking to people about like their favorite anime, or I'm talking to people about my favorite anime or something like that, like, I understand that it's art. I'm like, they're not going to exactly get it when they're talking about their love for a certain art, and I'm not going to get it when they talk about their specific art that they enjoy. That's just what it's all about. So to get this moment of Midori kind of getting in our own head and being like, yeah, no, there are people that aren't gonna like it, and once again having this highlight moment for Kanamori being like, yo, when did you when did you trick yourself into thinking that everybody was gonna love what you do? Like, the thing is that you're the artist right now. You're the artist. You're the director. So it's on you. Like, you're basically steering the ship. Do what you want to do. That's the only thing you can do, is just to do what you want to do. And as much of a absolute just mastodon that Kanamori is, especially in this episode, I'm glad it was her that was able to give Midori that pep talk that she needed. Because yes, like I said, it sometimes you stall yourself by getting into your own head. But I'm glad that not only did Midori like get out of that funk like immediately, but she also used that over analysis of her own work to actually better it. So she found that fine line again of criticism, like self-criticism and self-improvement. And she changed her self-criticism into self-improvement, like we talked about a couple episodes ago. So I'm glad that we're getting it here again. Like I said, the hype to see the final project is what is one of the biggest things that I'm excited to see. So we're just gonna have to get into the next episode, basically, to see what that's going to look like, because it's always good just to see the fruits of their labor, especially seeing how hard they're working on everything. Like real quick, like, the show does a really good job of that, to show how hard the Eizouken Club is working on their projects. So when we get that OP that they made or whatever, it feels very much earned. So if you haven't already. Well, great episode, obviously. I mean, I don't even have to say that, but if you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more keep your hands off Eizouken or something totally different, the best place to that in, as long as my social media links going to be in the description below. And if you want these episodes early, subscribe to my Patreon. Links going to be in the description below for that as well. So with all that out the way, let me get my off button ready. There you go. You all stay amazing, stay safe, and take care of yourselves.